A poor man gets caught stealing at a shopping mall, but when the truth behind his actions is revealed, it leaves everyone in tears. The man walked into the store. He took his backpack off his shoulder and looked around. The shopkeeper was busy on her phone and wasn't paying attention. Slowly, the man put some food items into his bag and zipped it up. Then he picked up a carton of milk and walked to the counter. "Mom, excuse me," he said, but the woman was so focused on her phone that she didn't hear him. Finally, she looked up and asked, "What is it?" The man placed the milk on the counter. The shopkeeper said, "You've been walking around the store for so long, and this is the only thing you're buying." The man quietly nodded. She scanned the milk and told him the price. The man reached into his pocket and took out some money, but it wasn't enough. The woman said, "I'm sorry, but this isn't enough." The man replied helplessly, "That's all I have." The woman said, "Then put the milk back." Sadly, the man returned the milk and started walking out of the store. As soon as he stepped outside, a security guard stopped him and said, "Let me check your bag." The man became nervous and replied, "No, I can open my bag." The guard became suspicious and grabbed the bag. Suddenly, the bag tore open and all the stolen items fell onto the ground. The man immediately started running away. The security guard quickly called the shopkeeper. She came outside and was shocked to see her stolen merchandise on the ground. Both of them ran after the man. A short distance away, the man reached his daughter, held her hand, and said, "Come on, sweetheart, we need to leave." The little girl replied weakly, "Papa, I'm so hungry I can't walk anymore." After taking a few steps, she suddenly collapsed. My child, the father cried as he tried to wake her up. Tears rolled down his face. At that moment, the security guard arrived. He quickly took out some water and sprinkled it on the girl's face. A few moments later, she regained consciousness. Just then, the shopkeeper also arrived and angrily said, "Catch him! He stole from my store." The father cried and said, "I know I did something wrong, but my daughter has been hungry for days. I had no food and no money." The security guard looked at the woman and said, "Has not a criminal, has a desperate father." The shopkeeper fell silent. At that moment, a police officer arrived and asked what happened here. The shopkeeper explained everything. The officer looked at the father, who was holding his daughter tightly and crying. The security guard said, "Officer, he made a mistake, but he did it because his child was starving." The police officer thought for a moment. Finally, the shopkeeper's heart softened. The father stood there in shock. Tears filled his eyes as he thanked her again and again.